Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you to everyone who's joined us live, and welcome to October, where the calendar says it's fall, but the weather here in Las Vegas still says summer is trying to hold on for absolutely dear life. It's still hot here. You know, one thing about the fall season here in Las Vegas is that it's a pretty small window. It seems like it goes from summer to winter rather quickly. I will say, though, that October is typically one of the best weather months of the year. At this point, we will absolutely take it. You know, full disclosure before I begin this video, if it looks like I'm talking out of one side of my mouth today, that's because I am. This side is completely numb from a dental procedure that I had earlier this morning, so don't laugh at me. Well, if you're looking to move to Las Vegas or already live here and are interested in a market update, then you have found the right channel. My name is Mark Pepe, a Las Vegas real estate professional and relocation consultant, and I communicate with people daily who are interested or already in the process of moving to Las Vegas from all over the country and even the world. If this type of content resonates with you, make sure you subscribe here below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market here in Las Vegas, with so much evolving almost daily. Well, in September, after much anticipation, the Fed finally dropped interest rates for the first time since the early days of the COVID pandemic, slicing half a percentage point off of the benchmark rates in an effort to slow down the labor market. With both job picture and inflation softening, the central bank chose to lower its key overnight borrowing rate by 50 basis points, affirming market expectations that had recently shifted from an outlook for a cut half of the size. They were only supposed to do about 0.25%, and they did 0.5%. So that's pretty aggressive to start its first easing campaign in 4 years, and recalibration towards an economy where inflation is much less of a threat, which really is good news. So how will this affect mortgage rates, which I'm sure every home buyer and even seller is asking? Well, mortgage rates typically follow a similar pattern as the federal funds rate. Although, in anticipation of the Fed dropping the rate, mortgage rates got a head start and started falling in August to where they are today at 5.87% here in Las Vegas for a conventional loan, and even lower for other loan types. Now, should the Fed continue to drop interest rates in the coming months as expected, it will be interesting to watch what mortgage rates do moving forward. For all you potential buyers, keep in mind, historically, every time mortgage rates drop, prices usually go up, and I also want to say too, if you're a seller as well, you're gonna have more competition, as I'll talk about here in a second, with inventory rising. So definitely something to keep a close eye on moving forward. Well, let's jump into more Las Vegas housing stats along with the upcoming events happening around town here in the month of October. And if you have any questions, please feel free to engage with me and ask any questions you like or leave any comments. So let's start with new listings. The month of August, we had 3,183 new listings. In September, we had 3,014 new listings. Now that's a 5.4% decrease month over month, which is only the second time this year we've experienced a drop, albeit a slight one, in the number of new listings. Inventory, these are for single family homes. In August, we were at 5,508. In September, we jumped to 5,942, just under the 6,000 clip. Now that is a 7.8% increase. And so we were, just to put that in perspective, we were just under 4,000 homes just a few short months ago. This obviously is good news for buyers and not so much for sellers, with more competition coming to the market that I just hinted about a minute ago. Now, a quick reminder, the housing inventory is a snapshot at the end of the month. This snapshot figures or factors in new listings, new contracts, canceled escrows, listings put on hold, and expired listings. Now, of the 5,942 homes in the market, 4,112 are under 700,000. 895 are between 700 to a million, or just 999,999. And then you've got 935 that are 1 million plus. So again, it'd be very interesting to see inventory continues to creep up over the last couple months. I anticipate in October that we'll more than likely eclipse the 6,000 single family home mark. Let's talk about months supply, which refers to the number of months it would take for the current inventory of homes on the market to sell given the current sales pace. Now remember, 4 to 5 months of supply would be considered average or a balanced market. So in August, we were at 2.56 months. In September, we jumped to 3.37 months. That's a 31.6% increase. That's the largest increase we've experienced all year, as we have mostly been hovering closer to the 2-month mark. Even August was up at 2.5 months. That was up from the month prior in July. So we continue to uptick each month. But from August to September, we've seen the biggest increase, again, at that 31+% mark. So sellers still have the advantage, but their leverage is definitely waning as we move closer to a balanced market. Let's talk about average days in the market. In August, we were at 31 days. In September, we bumped up to 35. Now that's a 13% increase, which points to the market slowing down a tad, which isn't too surprising given an election is only 1 month away, which in historically, every election cycle, we see the market slow down right before the election and picks up again right after, regardless of the winner. This also continues to speak to the increase in the price reductions we've also been experiencing lately mostly due to sellers not pricing their home accurately from the outset, ultimately resulting in homes sitting on the market longer. Now remember, don't get price reductions confused with lower home prices. And you'll see what I mean here in a minute when we talk about the median sales price. Let's talk about new contracts, or homes that went into escrow, otherwise known as a pending listing. In August, we were at 2,377. In September, we were at 2,395. That's a 0.07% increase, which really is close enough to call flat. It'll be interesting to see how this number fluctuates as we move into the fall, or actually in the fall season, but as the fall season progresses. Next is the sales price to list ratio. In August, we were at 98.5%. In September, we jumped to 98.9. We wouldn't really call that a jump, but sellers were ever so slightly less flexible this past month than they were in August. I'm a little surprised with the inventory rising that we didn't see a dip in this percentage in September. Sellers are really still holding on pretty strong. Let's talk about homes sold now. In August, we were at 2,153. In September, we dropped to 1,762. That's a significant decrease of 18.2%, the largest one we've experienced all year. Now keep in mind, these are resales or new construction homes listed on the MLS. All of our new construction homes, which typically make about 1/3 of all homes sold every month, are not included in these figures. So these numbers don't entirely paint an accurate picture of the total homes sold. But nonetheless, again, a decent sized drop in homes sold. Now let's talk about the median sales price for a single family home in the Las Vegas Valley in August was $478,000. In September, we bumped up a bit to $479,900. Now that is a 0.03% increase. Again, very small, but again, not dropping at all from a price point perspective. Despite a decline in homes sold, rising inventory, and longer days in the market, prices still ticked up. And home prices are up 7.5% since the beginning of the year, outperforming original projections of 4.5%. What will October bring? Will we eclipse 480? Stay tuned, more to come. Well, this gives you a good feel for how the housing market is performing. So let's switch gears now and highlight a number of higher profile events happening this month here in Las Vegas. Let's start with a few local events that include, with Halloween just around the corner a few weeks away, Opportunity Village at Magical Forest is hosting Halloween, October 4 through 6, the 11th through the 13th, and the 18th through the 31st. This is a family-friendly event benefiting Opportunity Village. You will meet creepy new friends as you walk through a cemetery surrounded by hundreds of spectacularly decorated trees and jack-o'-lanterns across the 2.5-acre theme park. Friendly witches and ghosts, if that's even a thing, are awaiting your arrival. First Friday is taking place October 4th in downtown Las Vegas in the Arts District from 5 to 11 p.m. This month's theme is supporting local artists on the Art Walk. You'll be able to see live paintings with local artists throughout the event, created by ISI Group and Recycled Propaganda. Then there's Barktober event, or the Barktober Fest, if I can get it right, at Veterans Memorial Community Center. It's happening on October 6th. They encourage you to bring your entire family and pets for a fun, free event. There will be a dog costume contest, along with a pooch parade, a pet trick-or-treating, and more. Let me tell you, that sounds like a lot of fun, especially if you have a dog. You're not going to want to miss this event. Then there's Market in the Alley. It's happening again this month on October 6th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Uncommons in Southwest Las Vegas. This event is an opportunity to experience and support local artisans, makers, and creators. I've been a couple months ago. It was a great event, and I highly encourage you to check out Market in the Alley. Next is Second Sunday at Downtown Container Park on October the 10th. Come by and see live art and entertainment and over 20 local vendors from 4 to 8 p.m. Then, of course, you've got the 3 different farmers markets that happen every month, but also every Saturday at Downtown Summerlin, every Monday at Lee's Family Forum, which is formerly the Dollar Loan Center in the city of Henderson, and then every Thursday at the District at Green Valley Ranch. Last local event is the annual Las Vegas Book Festival, taking place on Saturday, October the 19th at the historic 5th Street School in downtown Las Vegas. This is the largest literary event in Nevada, which includes a plethora of events and activities, including a day-long bazaar of books, authors, readings, and workshops that are free and open to the public in an effort to foster the growth and development of literary community across the Las Vegas Valley. Well, with a number of concerts, comedy shows, and sporting events also happening around town this month, as they do every month, the following is just a snapshot of who's performing and or playing, and is not a complete list. I would be here all day if I had the complete list. But let's start out here at the Dolby Live Theater at Park MGM. You've got Maroon 5 performing on October the 4th and 5th, the 9th, and then the 11th and 12th. And then Lenny Kravitz is back in Vegas October the 18th and 19th, and 23rd through the 26th. Over at the Sphere, the Eagles started their residency in the month of September and are continuing here in October on October 11th and 12th and the 18th and 19th. And I just think there's a few tickets remaining at all those shows. They've sold out their past shows in the last month pretty quickly. Over at T-Mobile Arena, you've got Hans Zimmer, on October 12th. Then over at Michelob Ultra Arena at Mandalay Bay, you've got Iron Maiden October 5th and Kalani on October 26th. The Coliseum at Caesar's Palace, Garth Brooks continues his residency with multiple dates in October, and Adele is back October 25th and 26th, which are her rescheduled shows from earlier in the year on March 1st and 2nd. At MGM Grand, you've got Anna Gabriel on October 17th and Pretty Lights October 25th. At Planet Hollywood at Back Theater, you've got Judas Priest October 16th, Parker McCollum October 19th, and Maxwell on October 26th. At the Cosmopolitan, you've got Nikki on October 10th, Love and Laughter Experience with Toni Braxton and Cedric the Entertainer performing on October the 18th and the 19th. Then over at Fontainebleau, you've got Keith Urban October 4th and 5th, the 9th and the 11th and 12th, Porter Robinson on the 19th, Sam Hunt on the 25th, and Tears for Fears on October 30th. At Resorts World, Carrie Underwood returns October the 16th through the 25th. Then over at Venetian, you got El Demolia on October the 4th. Earth, Wind, and Fire returns with multiple dates in October. Jess Glynn on October the 25th and 26th. Foreigner on October the 25th through the 26th and the 30th. Then at House of Blues, Santana, the legend himself, is back on October the 30th and the 31st. Over at the Wynn, Lionel Richie, October 9th through the 12th. Brad Paisley, October 18th and 19th. Andy Bell on the 26th. And New Edition on the 30th. Over at the Palms, you got Sammy Hagar and Friends, October 4th through the 5th. Carly Pierce, October 11th. And Lupita Del Acio on October the 19th. Then there's also Yuridia on October 26th. Over at the Smith Center, which if you haven't been, is a fantastic and unique venue for concerts and performing arts in downtown Las Vegas. They got a busy month, starting with Acoustic Alchemy on October 3rd and 4th. You got the Lon Bronson Band, October the 5th. Chadwick Johnson, What the World Needs Now Tour, I get that right, on October the 8th. You got Brian Simpson and Jacqueline Joyner on October 12th. Frankie Moreno on October 15th. And Earl Turner on October the 18th. Now there is also a couple of plays, or I should say Broadway shows. First is Cinderella on October the 18th through 20th. And who doesn't love Cinderella? And then Back to the Future, the musical, on October 23rd through the 31st. Lastly, rounding out the month, you've got Christine Shebeck on October 29th. So busy month over at the Smith Center. Let's switch gears a little bit and now talk about some comedies. Over at Venetian, you've got Ray Romano and David Spade on October 11th and 12th. And then Nick Sardson on October the 19th and 20th. At the Cosmopolitan, you have Ron White on October 4th. Then you've got the Canceled Podcast with Tana Mongu and Brooke Schofield on October 5th. Then you got Daniel Tosh, October 19th and 20th. Then at Planet Hollywood, you've got Jeff Dunham, Still Not Canceled Tour. He's hilarious, on October 20th. And then Eddie Griffin, Live and Unleashed with multiple dates in October. Then over the Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club at the Link Promenade, you've got Lunel on with multiple dates in October. You've got John Carulo, October 8th, the 15th, and the 22nd. Then over at the Wynn, you got Shang Wang, October 5th. Palms, you got Rob Schneider, October 12th. At Brad Garrett's Comedy Club at MGM Grand, you've got Michael Malone on October 6th. Tom Mittig on October 7th through the 9th and the 13th. And then Brad Garrett himself is October the 10th, 11th, and 12th, and 23rd, 24th, and 25th. You have Gabriel Rutledge on October the 14th through 20th, and Chris Frangiola on October the 21st through the 22nd, and 26th through the 27th. As for sport events happening this month, busy month with sports going on here in Las Vegas. Again, like it is most months. Hockey season is back, which means the Vegas Golden Knights kick off their season with multiple games at T-Mobile Arena in October, highlighted by the season opener on October 9th versus the Colorado Avalanche. Sure to be another exciting hockey season ahead. The Las Vegas Raiders have their home games, actually have a couple home games at Allegiant Stadium on October 13th versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, and October 27th versus the reigning back-to-back Super Bowl champions, Kansas City Chiefs. UNLV football, which is off to their best start in school history at 4-0 at the recording of today's recording, and they're actually nationally ranked for the first time ever, have home games at Allegiant Stadium on October 4th versus Syracuse University and October 25th versus Boise State, and that game is going to be huge. Vegas has started to become a college football town all of a sudden. Next, there is a NBA preseason game at T-Mobile Arena featuring the Los Angeles Lakers versus Golden State Warriors on October the 15th. Then the South Point 400 NASCAR Cup Series playoff race is on October 20th at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, while the Xfinity Series playoff race is on the day before on October 19th. And there's the 2024 PBR, which stands for Professional Bull Riding Team Series Championship, is at T-Mobile Arena October the 18th through the 20th. I can assure you, you will never run out of events to attend living here in Las Vegas. No city even comes close. As always, things constantly change. New events are added and others are canceled, so be sure to stay on top of any events that you're planning on attending. Every venue and resort has a complete list of all their events on their website that you can definitely check out. Well, I hope you found this October 2024 market update and upcoming event schedule valuable. Make sure you subscribe below and comment if you have any questions or found this video helpful. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to check out our other videos on Las Vegas and the surrounding areas so you can continue to get a realistic sense of what it would feel like to live here in the Las Vegas Valley. If you're planning on moving anytime in the next month or the next year, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even schedule a Zoom appointment here in the description below. Having relocated myself to the Las Vegas Valley now over 16 years ago, I know firsthand all of the moving parts and nuances with picking up and starting over in a new city. That's why we are passionate about helping people just like you make a smooth and a stress-free move to Las Vegas. So before we end this live video, I wanted to ask if anyone had any additional questions on the Las Vegas market or even any upcoming events. And as you can tell, like I've mentioned before, there's never a dull moment as the market continues to evolve and will definitely be something to keep an eye on during this fall season. Well, I don't see any comments. So I wanted to thank you again for all of you who've joined us live. So until next time, I hope to show you around town very, very soon.